With me is Bas Eenhoorn, the National Commissioner for Digital Government. Mr. Eenhoorn, you think about what could governments do with blockchain? Tell me.
Well, for everything we do, transactions for instance, we need a third party, a trusted third party. And blockchain makes it possible that people and the government are exchanging a lot of things, identity for instance, but also sort of transactions in health or transactions like fintech transactions between governments and businesses and people without a third party, without a third trusted party. So you can organize it yourselves, and that makes it it turns things on their head, if I may say so.
What possibilities do you see? I think you could pay your taxes via the blockchain. You could interact with your local government if you want a passport or something else.
Well,
you could, so many things. Elections.
Let me give you a very day-to-day example. In the city of Groningen, there is what they call a stadsjerspas. And with a stadsjerspas, you get reduction on a lot of things like the library, or if you want to go to sports and that sort of thing. If you don't have money, if you are poor, then we help each other here in the Netherlands. For the government, there's a possibility to help people, and then there is the stadsjerspas. But this stadsjerspas is new and is based on the blockchain technology. That means that the people who have that pass, that they know how much they can get. And every time they go, for instance, to the swimming pool, there will less money be there, but still they know. On the other hand, if they want to go to the theater, the people of the theater, they know they are still entitled to go, if there's still money, and there's no civil servant who is looking at it and saying, oh, it's okay, there's no fraud, it's all okay. This is a system that validates itself, so it's and for the people and for the official institutions. It's a very easy thing to do.
This could be This could be the start of much more, right?
Oh yes.
What would be the next step?
Oh, I think you can do that with identification, for instance, for health registration. Everything that's known of you on your data of your health, you can do that in blockchain. That means, and that is a very good thing, that you can be the boss of your own data. You can say who has access to your data. You can say what you want to do, what the medical people to do with your data. So blockchain makes it possible that you are suddenly what we call in regie, that you are suddenly the person who can tell what is going on with your data.
Could I pay my taxes by the blockchain technology?
Oh yes, of course you can. And the thing is, we are now digitalizing the whole tax business, but the next move will be blockchain, I am sure, but there are a lot of people who say blockchain is still not the end. There will be more possibilities to come. So it's always a very big problem for government. Are we still in our, legacy? And how long?
Yeah.
And when will we take the new things? And I say the only thing you can do is learning by doing. Little steps. Try to do it agile and not with big projects. So I'm very proud that Marloes Pomp is one of the people in the Netherlands who are very which has a lot of knowledge about blockchain, is doing now I think 15 pilots in the government, and that has to do with things like For instance, with the tax agency and all sorts of that sort of things.
Okay, elections via
Yeah.
the blockchain.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. If we are now stuck in a terrible
We're stuck
political
in this.
stuck in a terrible discussion with a red pencil.
Yeah.
And I think blockchain can open the discussion. Yeah, because it is easy to validate. The people, they are still in charge. And so they can do, and they know what is going on, and it's not possible to break in.
But when could we do that? Maybe not in 2017, probably, but maybe the next time, next elections.
Yeah,
could be.
That is a funny thing. I discussed during this conference with a lot of people who say the world will be completely changed in 2 or 3 years. I don't know. It's always very difficult to know what will be the path of the changes. I think it will go faster and faster. But if we have the possibility to implement this new blockchain technology, for instance, for elections, within 3 or 4 years, I don't know, because there is one big problem and you know that, of course, in government, and that is that we have to do with archaic laws.
Laws need to be changed.
The most of the laws who are on elections or whatever are laws of the middle of the last century. So they are 80 till 100 years old. So we have to change a lot of laws before we can change things.
I see. Technology is not the problem.
No.
Laws are the problem.
No, yeah, laws is the problem. Yeah.
And could you estimate the huge amount of cost reduction that could be feasible with implementing the blockchain in government?
The funny thing is that we can calculate what it will be the reduction of cost by only digitalizing services. There is a city in the Netherlands who is for 100% digitalized in their services and all that sort of things. They don't have a city hall anymore, and this is a middle-sized city.
Which is the name of this city?
Molenwaard.
Okay.
And they reduce their costs with 1 million euros per year. If you extrapolate that to the whole of the government, it will be milliards of euros we can reduce in cost of the government. Now,
that's only digitalization.
There's only digitalization. If you will go to blockchain, I told it here in the speeches on this conference as well, then you have another possibility for reduction. And so it's a threat for people in government as well, because they have maybe their jobs in stake.
Thank you very much.
It was my pleasure.